Hey now, guys. Okay, I've forgotten to mention quite a few things over the past few months about these sites and the research. People are looking for how. Okay, I'm looking for how as well. Okay, how do I do it? Okay, right there, all these symbols. Okay, wants, has, needs. Okay, we all want something, we all have some things, but we need other things, okay? So we have to keep thinking wants, has, needs. These guys were focused only on the engineering, okay? These guys weren't focused on farming, okay? As stories tell us, any incoming people into this area, into these areas, came to places that were lush with food. Um, Grains and whatnot. Okay, so they have a large area of grains being grown. So now they need milling ideas. Okay, because they've got all these acres and nothing really to grind grain on. Now we can grind about a couple of pounds of grain a day, but it's probably easier to use a grain mill. Okay, so starting out, yeah, they need a grain mill and a big one. Okay, so all these Tepi, Hindu, South American, North American, all those, okay? All the symbology is very similar. It all started from one point, okay? Went along, and then people weren't satisfied. They broke away. Okay, so they broke away. They took all that stuff with them and changed it just slightly. Okay, so I follow all the um, symbology from one central point in history and follow its expression outwards and how it's changed. Okay, now if you keep track of all that stuff, whenever you come across these things, you'll be able to understand what they're about, what they're for, and all the 5 W's get answered. Okay, so these things aren't very difficult to read. They're pretty much just based on animals' movements and how destructive or how nurturing or how building it is. Okay, so let's take our bird here, for example. Where are you? Right there. Okay, this big guy here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart because this is this from here up. Okay, from that line down is the next layer below. Okay, and that's where the scorpion is digging its burrow. Come on, scorpion. There you go. That's where this scorpion is digging his burrow down in under the ground. Okay, so it'll start off with a hole and then start working it, and it'll spiral all the way down or around a perimeter, okay, on its way down. So these guys are very expert at doing those kind of twisting holes, okay. Um, but it takes time, okay. We're not going to see all this stuff happen all at once because we're dealing with stone, okay. With wood, okay. With wood, we can cut it and a piece comes off. Okay, very easy. With stone, if you try to do that, it's going to break. It might break in half, might break in too many pieces, in which case it's no good and it's only good for spare. Okay, so we have this birdie, okay, and he's in this hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart, okay, and put it together for you. Okay, so here we have, okay, the ball. Okay, so it slid in as shown here. As shown here. Okay, the slope comes down. Okay, and then it goes across. Okay, so our slope goes in, and that's now in place. Okay, so now we're going to do the wing. Okay, here's part part of it, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. There we go. Okay, now you'll notice that's making a nice little pretty pattern in there. Okay. That's pretty much it. Now, we'll take a look back here, okay, at these. Okay, I've gotten, we don't have the long ones. Okay, we've only got the short ones, so I'm showing you what's going on in here. Okay, which is these guys. Okay, they're all stacked up as per that. Okay, we put our lid on right there. Okay, and that's it. Now, these bits sticking out are new ones going in. Okay, new ones going in. Okay, as they're required. Don't require them yet because we still have a lot of shaping to go on. So what's going on here now for the shaping is just this. Okay, and you'll notice that they're starting to turn already, wanting to turn already. And that's good because it's already gouged. It's already gouged enough around the inside where it can catch the corners now. Okay, we want those beat up corners, not smooth. Okay, smooth gets you nothing. Okay, we want rough so that pieces come along, they hit those little divots, and they want to rotate around. Okay, so now we've got our rotating parts already sitting in. Okay. There. Okay, now we go to the imagery of the blocks up on top. As everything has to be balanced. Okay, now we got 2 roller wheels on top. Okay, for grinding grain. And as they roll around, they roll these around. As they hit those divots in the side of the pit, okay, on the lip of the pit, it's going to rotate them around quite a bit easier, okay? Now, on some sigils on other Sumerian artifacts, we see this idea happening here, where there's a hoop hanging off, okay? We'll discuss governors later, okay, as they swing out, okay, and swing back in. Okay, now they're also meant for shaping as they hit along the ground, okay, and make all the rest of the profiles. So these places and their functionings aren't a mystery for me, okay? The mysteries for me are the finer details in these and on the site. We still need to uncover these things layer at a time, starting from the top layer across the whole site. The first set of instructions will be there for determination for the functionality of the tiles or artifacts and their artifacts and wear marks to tell us the rest of the story. That's where I'm at, and I'm picking out the little bits that make the movements happen, and I'm slowly going through what pieces make what shapes. Okay, that's my concern right now, is what pieces make what shape to go on to the next shape, to the next shape, to the next shape. Okay, only when you understand all that, okay, these sites make more sense. And what